Here at Hamcation 2024, and I'm here with Dave from Arland Communications, and they make the radio headsets, Radiosport headsets, which are for all of you contesters and DXers out there. And Dave is going to take a little bit of time here to tell us all about the new and cool things that he's got going on in Radiosport. Take it away, Dan.
Okay, very good, thank you. So here at Hamcation, we're showing our popular boom mic headset. This is our RS60 CF, and this is our 10th anniversary edition of the headset, which has a couple of new features from our earlier headset, and that primarily is to take advantage of some of the capabilities of our newest HF radios, in particular their ability to do transmit EQ and even receive EQ. So we have special new headphone drivers that go down to 70 hertz, but also still roll off everything above 6,000 hertz, which is critically important for communications, because you can do a great job of filtering a signal, but if you add audio amplifier noise on top of it, you'll often cover up weak signals. So our headphone drivers are a metal frame mylar cone neodymium magnet drivers, which are very sensitive and provide 4 to 5 times the dynamic range of a conventional magnet driver. So these are the kind of headphone drivers you'll find in multi-$1,000 stereo studio headsets, but ours are of course designed for communications. The microphone is an electric condenser mic, which may be used on any radio. We support this for 10 years, using a single mic across any radio in your station. So whatever radios you have in your shack, you can use the same headset and mic across any of those. The headset comes with a dual layer gel and foam ear cushion and a cotton ear cover, which the gel cushion is really the secret to the comfort of this headset when you're wearing it for long periods of time. It doesn't put pressure on the temple of your glasses, for example, and they're just super comfortable.
That is key in long contests.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, the name of our Deluxe Dream Edition headset came from my contest buddies who came back after the first contest. They used it and said, boy, this is the dream setup for contesting, because I can wear it for 48 hours and it's not a problem. The headset comes with a built-in PTT switch. If you're going to work some CW, you can just rotate the mic boom up out of the way and operate CW. The headset to radio cable uses a Switchcraft Mini XLR connector interface. This is very similar to what we use on all of our commercial headsets that we've built for 30 years, except of course these are stereo to support our dual receive radios. So this has 6 pins, whereas our commercial headsets, which are all monaural, have just 5 pins. There's also an auxiliary audio jack, and this can be used a couple of ways. One way, which is popular on field day, is we take our listen only, our CW operator's headset, and we can take the cable from that and plug it into here, and now we have 2 operators that can hear the same signals. And we can train people on maybe never contested before on how to operate. They can log, and then we switch off operators, and it's great fun, and you get twice as many people per station. The other way that this jack can be used, and I do this in my shack, I have a Kenwood TMV71, which is a dual receive VHF UHF transceiver, and I pipe the audio output of that into here, and now I can hear main receiver, sub receiver, VHF and UHF all on one headset, and I don't have to crank the volume up on my VHF UHF radio in order to hear, oh, come on, the guys on Clipperton are up on 20 meters.
Right.
And so that's a second way you can use this auxiliary jack. And this actually came from racing, where we had a scanner on race controls frequency, and my crew chief could talk to me in the race car, and if the race control called, he could switch frequencies, talk to them, and then go back and talk to me in the car. And I thought, well, that's perfect. We could use that in ham radio. The same thing goes with our headset push to talk. This is something our commercial headsets have had. And I thought, gee, this would be handy if I get up from my desk and I want to make a quick reply. I don't have to run back and step on the foot switch. I can just reach up and make a quick reply with it.
That's
so
smart.
Those are some of the features of the headset. Our headsets have a 5-year warranty, which covers everything except the user replaceable cushions and covers, which are really up to the user taking care of the headset. They're fully adjustable. You set the tension by actually just stretching this center. It's a special alloy headband. You set the tension. You don't have to worry about going too far. You can just scrunch it back together if you get too loose. And that allows you to set the tension so it just holds the headset in place. And that's what's important. You don't need a lot of pressure on it. There's a thumb adjust, so it doesn't require any tools to set the height. So you center the dome over your ears. And so your ears sit down inside this, and you're not putting any pressure on your ears. It's all on the side of, just on the side of your head. Same, of course, with the listen-only headset. So those are some of the key features of the headset. And now the headset to radio cables, which is really, really important for our applications, because in just the radios that are in production today for amateur radio, there are currently, well, actually there's 6 now because we have a new radio that was added. There's 6 different mic interface architectures. And so it's critical that we build the headset to radio cable to match the architecture the radio is going to connect to. So for all of our radios, the headset to radio cable plugs into the headset. It uses, this is an example of an ICOM cable. And this cable is a Belden mil-spec cable. It has Kevlar strands down the center of each lead.
It is heavy duty.
It is, and Teflon insulation. And the idea is that you don't want trouble with cables. It has a keyway. You insert it and it locks in place. There's a button to release it. You press that button and pull the cable out. And what that means is I can actually have cables connected to radios in my shack and just move the headset from radio to radio. At the other end, we have the cabling that plugs into the radio. And since some of our radios have 3.5 millimeter and some 1/4 inch, we provide that with an adapter. And this is the standard Foster 8-pin of most of our HF desktop radios. Inside here is a circuit board. And the circuit board inside here is where we handle all of the changes in cabling so that we're sure that we don't have issues with RFI. The shield is connected to the shell of the mic connector to the chassis of the radio the way it should be. The mic leads are 2 independent leads that go through the mic connector to the circuitry in the radio. And we also make sure that there aren't any problems with audio ground loops because of tying the wrong grounds together, which can happen in many of our radios, particularly the traditional heterodyne type single sideband transceivers that we've had for the last 30 some odd years. So that's how the radio cabling works. We have it for the Foster. We have it for the 8-pin RJ45 for some of the small little portables, like this happens to be the one for some of the popular Yaesu radios like the FTDX10 and so on. And then we have some special ones with 3.5 millimeter plugs, which work with many of the SDR radios. And those are available for all of the popular radios that we have today.
And all of the list of radios are on your website?
Yes, there are, and as a matter of fact, if you go to the page, on our home page, you can click on this headset, and it'll have actually a list of all the current radio, the modern radios that we have, and it'll tell you right there what the cable is. But of course, if you call to order, I'm usually the one that answers the phone, so I can help you and direct you to what you need. And I do ask you to call to order.
Does the cable come with the headset?
No, the cables are separate because there are different prices. They run anywhere from $99 to $129 depending on the interface of the radio. And so those are priced separately. Of course, here at the show we have some special pricing, but the headset normally is $329, and the typical HF radio cable is $119. That covers most of the radios, but there's some that are a little bit less, some that are a little bit more.
Gotcha. I see that you have a bag here too.
Yes, we do. We have a little Radiosport logo bag. This has a compartment on the front. It's got compartments inside. You can put the headset, your headset to radio cable. You can put a foot switch in here. I actually carry it with my travel headset and a KX2 inside here, so it's got several versatile things, and that's $69 for this. It also has a pocket in the back. And then our travel headset, we have so many radios that you can run remotely across the internet today, over a dozen radios. So we've built a headset that has the industry standard, the CTIA standard TRRS, tip ring sleeve plug, and this works with all of our newest notebook computers. It works with cell phones and tablets, and
the new Maestro.
Yes, and also the new Maestro. It's equipped with this jack for this, and that can be used with it. So this is a super lightweight headset we built. With it, the specific object was to have something that's light to carry with you on trips. And we also have built a series of radio jumpers for select radios, and these are some of our remote control devices like the Maestro and notebook PCs, but also some of the small QRP radios. So we support the KX2, KX3, the Maestro, a K30, and of course there'll be a K40 shortly. The new ICOM IC705, a cool little radio. We have a cable for that. We have it for the Yaesu, Kenwood, and ICOM mobile portable radios as well. So there's a selection of those that are available for those applications where you want to take it with you.
Very good.
We have one more thing that we do. I restore a lot of old vintage radios. So as a result, you need a proper headset for those radios. And so I've built a 600 ohm monaural headset, and it's used a lot of the components that we used in our aviation type headsets. So I've done the finishes and everything that kind of go with our vintage radios, but it has all of the comfort options of our regular full-size headset. But this is a 600 ohm monaural, which is really critical if you've got a Collins 75A4, an S-Line, or a Hammerland SB600, something like that, where you want a really nice headset that actually works with those radios. So we have this as well.
Very good.
That pretty much covers it.
Very good.
We have some PTT accessories. The industry standard for external PTT interface since the 50s has been a dedicated RCA phono jack, and that's true of most all of the radios built even today, with a few exceptions. And for the exceptions, we build some PTT adapters to allow you to use those. I also build a hand switch, and I actually built this because I run a net occasionally, and I don't want to hold the PTT button down all the time. So we have a momentary button, and we have a push on, push off, so it works sort of like a lock button on a desk mic. And so I can just press this, talk, and when I'm done, press it again.
Very smart.
I thought this would be handy, and it turns out it's super popular. We sell almost identical numbers of both of these now, and a lot of people actually buy both. And we offer a little Y cable you can connect both. So we have that, and then we have extensions. Our headset to radio cables and our PTT switches have 7-foot cords, and I have 5-foot extensions for both of those for rack-mounted radios. And the cable lengths are not arbitrary. The cables are non-resident on any HF amateur band 160 through 10, so you don't have to worry about having a cable being an antenna to pick up.
Right. That's smart.
Okay.
Very good.
And I think that covers it.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you very much.